Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start to explain about my material today, please let me introduce myself. I'm Rico Saputra, a student in English Department in Islamic University of Riau. Okay. Today I want to explain about the five topic to fostering the learning in the classroom. Okay, why I choose this topic? Because based on the fact, in the real classroom, I always find about many teachers can manage the classroom. So the student it's not to be able for getting learning when they teaching classroom. And the purpose of this material is to help the teacher can develop or fostering the classroom, so it can make the students more be easier and more understand what the material will given by the teacher. Okay, I have five ways to fostering the learning in the classroom. The first one is build a community of learners. As a teacher, for make the fostering in the classroom, you can use this way. Build a community of learners for develop the student in the classroom. You can make the group for the student in the classroom, make the teamwork, of course, for getting easier to understand about the material we are giving. But you also can give the teamwork in the outside of the classroom. Not only in the classroom, but the outside of the classroom, you can give the students the teamwork too. Okay, the next one is make learning relevant. So in this way, in this step, you need to give the learning relevant with the materials. You can give the material for the students as fun as interesting. You can give it to all your students. More interest the material, more higher the students want to learn with you. Okay, the next is let the students know you care about them. You of course need the approach with your students. So for develop your classroom, you need to approach your students not for the big one group, but you need to approach as an individual group or people or students. So let your students know you care about them. Maybe in your classroom, not all of your students is the smart students, of course. There is some students it's not really smart, or you can say it's slow to understand what the material give. So you need to approach with your students can learning fast with your material. You can ask a visual, or maybe you can private. You can give the privacy questions with your students. It can make them more comfortable. Okay, the next one is incorporate active involvement of our students along with high explanation. In this method or tips, you need to ask your students, all of your students, more active in your classroom. So you need your students to give them the task, but ask them to active in your classroom. Maybe you can give the questions, of course, make the questions more interesting, more difficult, but give them the prize or make them interesting to answer your questions. Okay, the last one is make learning fun. You need to make the learning more different than usual, because the learning as usual really interested with your material, if you still give the same way to explain about the material. You can make learning fun with, maybe you can give some quiz, some games with the other topic or method, but still relevant with the material. Like the second point, like my second point, you can give everything that can make your student interesting with your material. But remember, still make learning relevant with your materials. Okay, in conclusion, there are 5 ways for fostering learning in the classroom. They are first, build a community learner, make learning relevant. The students know you care about them, it's like the improvement of students, make learning fun. The tips can help the teacher for easier to teaching your student, and of course to more easier to handle your classroom. And I hope with my presentation today can give the inspiration for the teacher to handle the classroom, of course, to make the